Even if you went into the 90s, I mean, you can't really go by that because the artists that were available in the 90s. Do you know what the crime rate was like in the 90s? You know what the teenage pregnancy rate was like in the 90s? Like the 90s was on some shit, man. Like it's not just you got to. I know you were born in the 90s, but I've lived in the 90s, and it was way worse, way worse. And the music was not as bad as this right now, right? We weren't exposing nearly as much, so I don't think that that's the catalyst at all. We have to point in another direction.
It is because guess what? When they start taking out the male artists talking about love, the women start singing about love. They stopped talking about love. They stopped going about love. Y'all have to understand, we follow y'all. Whatever y'all do, we end up following regardless of what y'all think because y'all are leaders. That's just what it is. So y'all have to understand, and that's why I'm understanding about this new generation.
I think you got a misassociation.
Generation, I don't know what it is when I'm on these podcasts versus when I'm talking to the men that's like closer to my age. They feel like they should hold each other accountable because only a man gonna understand where a man comes from.
But this is how we hold ourselves accountable. We don't associate our leadership in the same role or the same capacity of a person that is an entertainer. So I think you're misassociating.
If you're a leader, it don't matter if you have the clout or not. You should be able to
I'm gonna tell you why we shouldn't.
You're in contact.
I'm tell you why there should be contrast and exclusive, because the people that control the artists don't have the same standards and principles we as leaders stem or operate from. So it wouldn't even be in our best interest.
So why not take their position?
What?
Why not take their position?
What do you mean take their position?
Yourself in a position to hire. Why not put yourself in a position to say
because
we're not going to let them control our artists
because a musician or entertainer is not the only avenue of expressing leadership. We can do it in our homes. We can do it as content creators. We can do it as preachers. We can do it as teachers. We can do it.
Do you believe you're going to have much as much as an effect?
Absolutely,
as the
absolutely.
It's not true because look at what's going on. It's been men like you talking about this on podcasts. Muhammad Ali had never stopped talking. It's been men like this. But the thing is, if they're taking our educated men, like I said, these are educated men who know better. And I call them sellouts, coons, people who like, I'll do whatever I need to do to get out for $1. That's the problem. Too many are men selling out. Another thing is a lot of men don't like to hold their homies accountable. He gonna do what he want to do anyway. Can't tell him nothing. Y'all keep making excuses for these men.
Okay, here go.
That was the case.
Right, hold on. Let me interrupt you real quick. You said we don't do it and we should. So on a scale from 1 to 10, if you take 1,000 men, what are the chances of these men go to Jay-Z for advice on relationships? Versus
back in the 90s,
hold on, wait. Let me finish this. Let me finish the question. What are the chances of these thousands of men going to Jay-Z for relationship advice versus Kevin Samuels for relationship advice? If you take 1,000 people, since you say that we should take the artist route instead of building our own platforms.
Darwynn, do you think you would rather hear advice from a man that's married or a man that wasn't?
Can you just answer that question? That's a simple question. Jay-Z is one of the biggest.
I would take advice from the man that's married.
No, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you what you would do. You said men gotta start practicing accountability.
Take the Jay-Z route. You want to know why? Because Jay-Z talks about
hold on,
equity.
Are you saying? Hold on, wait. Are you going on the record to say 1,000 men is going to go to Jay-Z for marriage or relationship advice today in today's society versus going to Kevin Samuels?
I feel like they did go to Kevin Samuels. Yes, I feel like they did.
No, I'm asking you. I'm just asking if you just take 1,000 people, they're know
going
both
to
of
go
them.
to Kevin.
They got to go choose a person to go get a relationship advice for they can build a family and have a successful marriage. Who are they going to go to?
She answered you.
But that's my point. That's where they're going wrong. And I answered the question. I said Kevin Samuels, and that's why they went wrong. They're not going to the man that's talking about building equity and the things that you need to be a marriage. The thing is, a lot of men, don't get me wrong, I feel like they do want to get married, but a lot of men in my generation are not coming prepared. Like Humble Dad said, he knew what was needed to be married, and a lot of these men do not have what's needed to be married. And that's why the women are not going for them.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say you were in a relationship, right? And your man was doing something that caused you to leave him. Whatever the reason may be. You think of it, right? And Me, Trev, Marcus, Darwin, and Humble Dad went and fucked him up. We shamed him. We did whatever we had to do. We jacked him up. He came back to you, a better man, a marriageable man. On a scale from 1 to 10, how likely are you to take him back?
10.
Any other ladies agree with her?
10.
I mean, can y'all speak?
And look, and this is one of the issues I said. But listen, this is
don't
one of
make
the
it
issues
worse.
I was talking about. I said people don't have forgiveness.
Hold on.
People are not being real.
Hold on, die. You going on it? Die. You got to slow down.
Modern people.
Die. Slow this thing down.
Can I answer the question, Sweeney?
Go. Well, let me get the ladies' answer first. Aisha, did you hear the question? We can't hear you.
No, could you repeat it? I had a bad.
All right. let's say. Matter of fact, you are a perfect example. The guy that you was with, right? That man that you was dealing with, that said he can have another you in a minute, right? You come to us. You come to me, Trev, Marcus, JR, Bruce, and Humble Dad. You say, man, you heard what this fool just told me. He told me he could have another me in a minute. I know I'm wifey material. I know that. And we all know this to be true, right? We like, wait, he said that shit to you? So we all go and we fuck him up. We shame him. We do whatever we need to do to make sure he becomes the man that you need him to be, right? And he comes back to you. And when he apologizes, he says, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? The fellas held me accountable. I apologize for what I said to you. And he becomes a better husband to you. He becomes a better man to you. On a scale from 1 to 10, how likely are you to take him back?
A 10.
And Ali, you agree with her?
Yeah, I do agree.
So now what's yours? Keep going.
All right. So
I know the answer you was looking for.
But think about it, Sweeney.
No. I
have a question. Say if I said
Oh my
0,
God.
do you not agree that man will still be a better man and have a better chance at securing a wife, even if I don't take him back?
No, I'm going to tell you, if you did say 0.
No, if you said 0, he's going to be deflated. He's going to lose all hope.
No. Wait, Bruiser.
Oh, go ahead.
If you said 0, because if you say yeah, then we got a reason to go and hold him accountable, right? We'll go and we'll do that. We can do that as a community, right? But if you said 0, what the hell is the point of us holding him accountable? If the
Because
one
he
person,
will
hold on,
still
wait.
be a better man.
If the one person that said that she needed better out of him won't even take him back, even if we brought him back a better man for you. If you said it doesn't fucking matter, I don't care what y'all did with him. I don't care if he came back to me a better man. I don't care if I know he's going to be a better husband. I'm not taking him back. What is the point of us holding them accountable?
We need more leaders. If I have a friend and she's dating a guy, I'm going to tell her to maintain who she is and the right woman to be, regardless of who he is. Regardless, right. Because after that relationship, she would carry those characteristics. It don't, but we all said 10. But I'm saying, even as a 0, you're still helping that man become a better man.